Kia ora everybody, welcome to our highlights coverage. Round 3 of the Bridgestone GR86 Championship. We are approaching the halfway mark of the 2024-25 season, and this kicks off the South Island leg of the tour. Back-to-back race meetings, so much going on in this paddock. Will we see yet more names added to the winners list? The legendary Teretonga circuit in Invercargill hosts this round. Great little bull ring, this one, and fans tend to park and view because they can see so much of the racetrack. 7 corners, anti-clockwise. That right front is under constant stress, and getting a good run onto the long straight is key. Quick snapshot of qualifying. Chris White Jr. hunting for the slipstream. That little but vital benefit of a tow. The South Islander using a bit of experience around here to lock in third on the grid. Coming in, Justin Allen is third in the points race, reinvigorated in the new Syndicate Motorsport squad. He called on the wily skills in the memory bank and put the Napa Auto Parts entry on the front row. It was Aussie Cooper Barnes who went fastest though, his first ever pole position. The right karts by M2 competition driver with an impressive advantage of 3/10. After that perfect lap, he spoke with Stephen McIver.
Well, Cooper, congratulations. First pole position in the Bridgestone GR86 Championship. Put it down early, like real in that first 5 minutes.
Yeah, you have to get it done in the first 2-3 laps, otherwise the tyre's gone. So as soon as I knew I was up there, I was happy.
You were confident at 107.1. I mean, you sat back in the pits for like the last, 5, 6, 7 minutes?
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as I came in the pits, probably 7 minutes, yeah. It was just, every time I go out again, never faster, so just stay in there.
You got 3/10 on second place. That's a hell of a gap.
Yeah, well, I was following him, so I knew I was going good.
Oh, so you got a bit of a tow.
Yeah, I got a tow.
So talk to me, 8/10 between 1 and 23. Come race time, how do you manage that?
Yeah, it'll be tight, that's for sure, but it's a hard track to pass, so we'll see how we go.
Conditions this morning, did they favour you?
Yeah, for sure. The track was mint.
And to get your first pole position in the Bridgestone GR86 Championship, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm absolutely stoked. Couldn't believe it.
Well, good luck for the race, mate.
Thanks.
Let's take a look at the grid. There you go. Confirmation, the Aussie on pole in the 186. Justin Allen, third in the championship, alongside him. Then Chris White and Cameron Hill. Josh Bethune in 5th. And Cormac Murphy making a really good run at 6th place. He topped the times earlier in the weekend. Lines, Evernet also from Australia. Byers, Hayden Backroos in the run for the championship. Blake Knowles and Simon Hunter, the master, in 12th position. Emerson Vincent and Jet Murray. Then Harry Townsend on the podium last time out, and Thomas Mallard, Zach Blinko, and Dion Pitt returning to the fold after a few years. Braun, Christina Orr West, Hugo Allen, the championship leader, down in 21st. That's a story. Raymond Mallon, then Potter and AJ Giddy, the youngest competitor. And then finally, Will Morton, another Kiwi, in 25th places. 25 cars. It's going to be busy crosstown traffic out there. But what has happened to Hugo Allen? They go, and away we go, and Justin Allen does get the run, does get the jump at the start on Cooper Barnes, and away goes Allen into the lead as they run down the long way of 15 laps now down to the first quarter, but Justin Allen takes the lead away from the pole man. Cooper Barnes dives into turn 1, and a good clean start. Chris White there in 3rd position, Cameron Hill, Bethune, then Cormac Murphy in 6th. Evernet in 7th place as they file through, jostling for position as they head out of the loop. And, whoa, somebody going slightly wide there, but gathers it all together into the right-hander and through to the snake for the first time.
Yeah, pretty clean start for everybody. It actually looked like Cormac Murphy lost a couple of positions there. So Simon Hunter getting fed out wide a little bit there, and another one of the race lap cars. As we look further back, Chris White Jr. with a great pass on Cooper Barnes there. So he's now just taken over that 2nd place.
Yeah, he packed and saved that one, didn't he? Nicely done. 2nd place then, Justin Allen with the lights blazing into the elbow for the first time. Hard on the anchors. Justin Allen, a specialist around this circuit, loves it. Sat out the final practice yesterday afternoon. I said, what's up with the car? And he said, nothing, just didn't feel like going out. So he's pretty cool, calm and collected. But the whole field filing through and onto the main straight as Justin Allen starts to build on that lead in the Napa car.
And look at that gaggle of cars all together, running together, coming up the front straight there. There's about 5 or 6 of them all in a double train, almost like NASCAR racing, Jonathan.
That's awesome.
And we see there the championship leader, Hugo Allen. He's going up the inside of Zach Blinko there. So he's, I believe, moved up a few positions. And
He's got up to 17th, actually, and set the fastest lap on that opening lap. So good start from the number 17. We'll be watching him closely as into the dust and dirt, creating chaos for those behind. But luckily, I think everybody got through that, but through they go again. But that was a little bit of a moment, and yeah, sure enough, Hugo Allen up to 17th place. He's got Hayden Lyons and Zach Blinko ahead of him.
The championship leader again trying another move on Blake Knowles there. So Hugo Allen, he's carving through the field at the moment. He's got Jet Murray in his sights next, the youngster from Australia. As we look further forward there, someone's had a big off there.
You can't go that far.
That's way off in the gravel trap. It looks like he's managed to gather it up.
Yep.
That's the 8 car of Thomas Mallard. So huge off there. Great job to save that and keep going. We look at a replay here. So he's just, yeah, too much throttle there for young Thomas on the exit there.
Yes, and here comes the move for the lead, and he's got him.
Round the outside.
Lovely.
What a pass from Chris White Jr. Beautiful move. Round the outside at turn 2. Certainly not a textbook pass, but man, it worked, and he did a brilliant job. Justin gave him the room, so credit to him for giving him the space. But here now, he's on the defensive, and Justin's doing everything he can to try and get that spot back.
Yeah, that was a surprise move. You very rarely see an overtake there, let alone for the lead, and that was a great move. But Justin Allen will be kicking himself because he knows this is his real opportunity, perhaps for the whole championship. He sits third at the moment, and as Hugo Allen creeps up the field, he's gaining more and more points. Allen wanted this race to be his own, take the win, and absolutely narrow the gap on Hugo Allen. Now he's coming back down the long straight. Does he jink out? Can he go around the outside? Is there a line there?
Justin Allen's certainly not taking this one rolling down. He's certainly having another crack, and he's gotten through there. Beautiful line through turn 1. He's going to get the apex late. He's going to chase after Chris White, but Chris White Jr. got a really good exit as well, and he's actually pulled a half-watt car width gap on Justin Allen there. Justin's very good down there at turn 2. A little bit of flames coming out of the back of the 99 Napa car. So we see there Cameron Hill and Josh Bethune are closing in on these guys as well.
As they come on to...
Red
we got a red flag!
What's happened there?
So everything slows down. Red flag is out.
Wow, okay, so that's very late in the piece. That's, luckily the field's all seen it and then managed to pull up. Oh! Huge accident. Simon Hunter. Massive crash. So we've unfortunately not seen when that's occurred, but
that's a big
that's a
it looks as though he's
huge
rolled
accident.
it, you know.
That's had a serious impact with the side of the circuit. That's over at the top corner over there. Third to last corner.
Crashed.
Oh, he's out of the car now. I
That's
can see him walking around. So
good
to see Simon Hunter. The safety car lights have been out, and now the safety car's pulling into the pit lane. So we're going to see a restart.
And away we go. Chris White will lead this field. Justin Allen looks to try and make a move on him early. A few cars jostling out of the line, including the all-white of Lachlan Evanet. And Justin Allen with a great move. Can he get around the outside? He's side by side with White.
And Evanet got a great restart. We might have to have another look at that because he's gone from about 6th all the way to 3rd. So
nice work.
He's managed to get round Cameron Hill, get round both the other right cuts by M2 competition cars and make his way up. Josh Bethune and Cooper Barnes got a pretty average start because Hayden Backrus has managed to pass them as well. So they're right up there. Cormac Murphy's right in behind them as well. Followed there by Caleb Byers and Emerson Vincent.
So through they file. The lap's ticking down. 11 of the 15 gone. And there's nothing between these top 3. And they have pulled a sizable gap of over a second now to the chasing pack. And it's going to be between these 3 for the podium.
Yeah, and Evanet's done a great job to catch up to Justin Allen and Chris White Jr. He's left the right cuts by M2 competition cars behind. So young Evanet there, he's doing a great job. As we go back to a replay.
I thought there might be a little bit of contact because Allen's car looked a little bit crushed at the front, and here's why. Rubber's racing.
Cormac Murphy's actually going up the inside of Cooper Barnes there, so he's just taken the spot, 7th place there, back off Cooper Barnes, the pole sitter. So Barnes just really doesn't seem to have the pace. He's lost quite a few spots now. Considering he started from the pole, he's now back in 8th. So it's a far cry from the pole position where he started the race. As we look back there, Emerson Vincent, good job to get past Caleb Byers there on the exit of turn 1. Harry Townsend's now chasing them down for that 10th position. Jet Murray, Zach Blinko, Hugo Allen there, still in 14th.
Yeah, he's dropped though. He was up to 12th at one point, and that's bad news because he wants to be in the top 10 to try to save this weekend. It's going from bad to worse for Hugo at the moment.
As we see there, some contact between Baccaris, Bethune and Hill. So the right cuts by M2 competition cars are attacking the Mackenzie car of Hayden Baccaris. Working together as a team.
Well, it's time running out now. There you can see the last lap board is out, and here come your leaders, and it hasn't changed since the restart except for Evanet getting into third place, and he's held that third place, and they pulled dramatically away by some 4 seconds on Hayden Baccaris, who continues to hold on to fourth ahead of Hill. Bethune, Murphy still 7th, Barnes, the pole man 8th, Vincent 9th, and Caleb Byers, who will start pole if he stays there, is in 10th position at the moment. But this is the final lap. Can anybody make a move, Ronan?
Yeah, it looked actually like there was a car, might have been Harry Townsend up the inside of Caleb Byers there. So he made a great move a little further back, as we see there, coming through the second corner. They're all still driving the wheels off these little cars, trying everything they can to make up as much track position as they possibly can. Coming around second to last corner now. Chris White Jr.'s leading the way, but Justin Allen, he's had a great exit off that third to last corner, and he's doing everything he can. He's put him on the defensive. He's trying to get a good exit.
Yep,
he's going to go for the slipstream.
Yep, here he goes. He's going to try and slipstream into the line. There's the checkered flag, but it's going to be Chris White. He's made an immaculate run at this after the restart. He took the lead. Now he's flashing the lights. Allen's going to be close, but he's not going to win. It's going to be Chris White ahead of Allen, and Evanet takes third. Confirmation then, Chris White with the win ahead of Justin Allen. Lachlan Evanet of Australia, Hayden Baccaris 4th, then Bethune, Cameron Hill 6th, Cormac Murphy in 7th, Cooper Barnes, Emerson, Vincent, then Harry Townsend rounding out the top 10, Kellen Byers just beaten there in the last moment, and then Zach Blinko, Jet Murray. Hugo Allen, our championship leader, did get up to 14th. Dion Pitt returns to the championship in 15th. Blake Knowles, the Formula Ford champion, in 16th. Christina Orr-West, Mason Potter, AJ Giddy, Thomas Mallard and Will Morton. Further down, Arthur Braun, Raymond Mallon, Hayden Lyons and Simon Hunter in that big crash in the 42. But he's okay.
Congratulations, Chris White Jr., your first win in the Bridgestone GR86 Championship with a lot going on. How satisfying is that?
Oh, it means so much. Like, Tony Quinn and Pack&Say have been putting so much faith in me to deliver, so it's awesome to be able to do it in race 1. I can't thank James Marshall, the crew enough. They give me an absolute rapid car. If it was a bit fortunate for the red flag, but we're still able to push on after then and lead from there on, so I just can't thank all the boys enough for what they've done.
Mate, it was a great watch. Well done.
Thank you.
It is fast becoming one of the closest championships ever. Chris White Jr. for James Marshall Motorsport, the 7th different winner in 7 races. A break and back with more. Gearing up for the second race of the weekend in Bridgestone GR86. Been up and down for Friday pace setter Cormac Murphy, but the Race Lab Academy have had a change this weekend. The inclusion, adding the experience of Dion Pitt, seems to have helped them unlock this new car. I caught up with him early in the weekend.
Hey, it is great that you are back behind the wheel. Just tell us how this all came about and how excited you are.
Oh, well, I'm pretty excited about it in general, to be back behind the wheel. Done a lot of coaching last year or so. Sort of came around, Alice obviously decided not to continue the series, so there was a car free and Neil said, jump in it, let's see what can happen and hopefully move forward with the team.
First impressions, I mean, it's not as though you've been out of the game because you have been doing that coaching you're talking about, but we're talking about a new gen car, a new control tyre and so on.
Yeah, it's actually very different to the old car. I am very used to the old car, so it is sort of, I've done a bit of testing in these cars, but it's also just jigging and reconfiguring my brain to how driving. I mean, I'm looking at the data of the fast guys up the front there, and they're driving it pretty hard, so I've got to figure out how they're doing that.
Coaching, did you enjoy that? How does that even help when you're frustrated on the sidelines, but it still keeps you connected with the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Keeps you well within it. I mean, I've worked with many drivers. I think I've coached more than half of this field at the academy at Hampton, so it's quite interesting now driving against them on track. But yeah, 100% keeps you in the game, keeps your brain fresh, and yeah, it's been really good.
And a warm welcome to the Ascot Park Hotel, Teretonga Park International, as we await the start of race 2 coming up for the Bridgestone GR86s. Alongside me, Jonathan Green, is Ronan Murphy, and yesterday was kind of a big moment, wasn't it? And here we are on board. This is what happened to Emerson Vincent.
Unfortunately, he's gotten into the back of Simon Hunter pretty hard there, and it's unfortunately led to poor old Simon here ending up with quite a substantial hit into the outside earth-filled tyres there, and that's just, quite sickening to watch, unfortunately. Really glad to hear that Simon was okay, but as we can see there, extensive damage to the number 42, as is where his car run by Race Lab, and Emerson Vincent's come away with a $2,500 fine, a year endorsement on his license, and a disqualification from that race. So it's was a pretty unfortunate incident there, really disappointing for everybody involved, and I think it's sort of one of those things. It's car racing, but in those instances it's pretty hard to sort of not probably receive a penalty, considering the events that unfolded and the consequences of the event that transpired.
Here's the grid then for race 2, and it's a reverse top 10. Caleb Byers and Harry Townsend on the podium at Hampton, remember. Cooper Barnes, who was pole yesterday, he starts 3rd. Cormac Murphy starts 4th. Cameron Hill and Josh Bethune. Good opportunity for Josh Bethune from 6th. Baccaroos likewise 7th. Lachlan Evanet, the Australian, in 8th position. Then Justin Allen and Chris White. Those were your 1 and 2 from yesterday. Zach Blinko and Jet Murray is 11th and 12th. Then Hugo Allen, work to do again for him. 13th he starts alongside the experienced, coming back to the fray, Dion Pitt. Blake Knowles just behind him. Further down, Mallard Morton, Braun, Raymond Mallon, then Hayden Lyons and Emerson Vincent in 24th place. Out they go and away we go. Great start from the 33 as Townsend bogs down and loses 2 places immediately. Byers, on the other hand, is flying, and away he goes. Fantastic shot from the drone. Shows you exactly how it's all panning out.
Cormac Murphy got a great start there on the outside. He actually drove around the outside of Harry Townsend, so he clearly got his start sorted after yesterday. A little bit of an average one, and we see there Josh Bethune's dropped there into 4th. Cameron Hill there in 5th. Chris White Jr.'s come from 10th. Podium setter from yesterday. Justin Allen's way out in the boonies out there on the exit of turn 1.
He's taken out the Repco sign, so has the Napa car, number 99, and it was the 10 of AJ Giddy. Not so giddy after that start. It's a bit of a giddy up for him. He's right at the back and needs to get moving, but he did stall on the grid and he's got it going again. But more news with Justin Allen going off immediately, and that's going to push him right back. And he's still got the Repco sign on there. That's going to heat the radiator out quick, isn't it?
Yeah, the 99 car's going to be running a little bit hot after that. Hopefully that sign manages to disperse as they come around the rest of the track. But Chris White Jr. did a brilliant job from 10th on the grid to move up there into the top 5 already. So he's passed 5 cars on the opening lap.
That's pretty impressive.
That's, out of all the movers and shakers, he was definitely the standout on that opening lap. And Josh Bethune's done a good job there to settle there into 4th, chasing after Cormac Murphy. Dion Pitt,
look at this.
Christina Orr-West, and the championship leader Hugo Allen there in for a good battle back, a little bit further back, just on the outskirts of the top 10. As they come through turn 1 there, through that 180-degree corner. Allen makes the pass, and now he's setting off after previous race winner here at Invercargill, Dion Pitt. Cooper Barnes, he seems to be able to get right up behind Caleb Byers down there at 1. Byers, he's good through turn 1 there, maintaining that margin. Cormac Murphy's running a little bit wider, but he's cutting back in to get the apex on the exit there. Chris White Jr.'s got an issue. The race winner from yesterday, he's lost a heap of positions. I think he ran a bit wide there through the middle of turn 1, and Caleb Byers has thrown it away. He's lost the position.
He's lost 1.
He's lost the race lead, and Cormac Murphy's trying to get on the outside.
Yeah, Murphy's through into 2nd place, and now he's lost to 4th now. What a change around. Bethune's there too in the 32, and he's still trying.
And someone's gone round.
Yep.
Looks like Lachlan Evanet. Yeah, the 24 car Evanet. So the 3rd place getter from yesterday, Jonathan. Disappointing for him.
Cooper Barnes has a 0.8 of a second lead now over Cormac Murphy, who's got his own mirrors to worry about because he's got 3 cars behind him right now, all trying to get past.
Coming down there, Byers, he's looking. Murphy's run him. Oh, but they're going to go too wide through here. Murphy's going to have the inside for the third to last corner as they come through there side by side. He's not trying to give it up.
Murphy.
Fires it back up the inside. Little bit of contact there.
Chip off the old block. Nicely done.
Someone's fired off the track at the beginning of turn one. Murphy's made a huge mistake and he's lost the position back to Byers, and Bethune's trying to now go around the outside of him as well.
Dust flying up then from that incident, but all this time, Cooper Barnes now with a 1.3 second lead over that chasing pack of Cormac Murphy, Byers, Bethune and Hill.
And I have a feeling that maybe have been our championship leader that ran off the track. He's now back on the track down there at turn 3 and 4. Here's the replay. It was our championship leader, Hugo Allen. So he's ended up in the gravel trap there. Caleb Byers has got serious pace in the number 33 car. He's just driven away from Cormac Murphy and Josh Bethune. And Murphy's gone back up the inside. He's run up the road. Trying to have it. Oh, no, he's gone round.
Oh, that's a real shame for Cormac. He was going so well up until that point. That is disappointing because I don't think there was any fault of his there. They were just rubbing and racing, as it were. He's managed to gain back on track, but yeah, that's not what he wanted.
Yeah, there was some serious rubbing there between the two of them, and it just looked like he got run out of road a bit. Unfortunately, there wasn't a gap and ended up in the grass there. So I'm sure we'll probably only sort of caught the end of that there, so we'll have to probably have another look at what happened. But as we see there, Cameron Hill's got run wide there by Hayden Baccaris. Harry Townsend's now having a piece of it and fires through there at the exit of turn 1. Good move from him, and he's got turn!
No!
And that's not going to end well. The huge hit there off the exit of turn 1. Massive crash.
Well, that's going to bring out the safety car on lap 10 for sure.
Massive
Nasty
incident.
hit. Back of the car completely ripped off.
That's some serious damage. Red flag for the field.
There he is. And yeah, I'm not surprised he's stretching a little bit. Cameron Hill took a big hit there in the back.
Chris White Jr., the race winner from yesterday,
You know
just
what?
contact.
Chris got hit from behind. He actually touched Hill while out of control.
Chris White Jr., he's quite far up, so I wouldn't necessarily...
See, look.
Yeah, that's a hard one. It's going to be hard to judge there for Rowan Shepherd, the DSO.
All right, we're about to go racing again here. 12 laps done of the 18. And it's now in the hands of Cooper Barnes and Caleb Byers as they head down the main straight and get this race restarted after that incident. Away we go.
And Cooper Barnes did a great job there. I think he caught the rest of them napping. He's got about a 2-3 car length gap over everybody. So it's probably enough just to break that toe a little bit. So we see there, Zach Blinko's having a crack at Justin Allen down towards turn 1. Blake Knowles, reigning Formula Ford champion, just behind them. Come through turn 1 for the restart.
Important restart for Justin Allen. He doesn't want to let Blinko through. He's in the top 10 at the moment. And that bodes well for points for Justin Allen. He's 4th at the moment. He's dropped to 4th, having been 2nd earlier in the season.
Looks like Cormac Murphy's got an issue of some sort a bit further back. He's slowed right down, so really disappointing way to end the race for the number 81 Penny Holmes car. But we go back to the front there. Cooper Barnes, a little bit wide there actually on the exit of 1, and he's given Caleb Byers. Yeah, he's given Caleb Byers a bit of a run. So Caleb's got the toe now coming up the front straight. I'm sure his dad Ben's going to be there somewhere on the pit wall, shouting and screaming. But we go down the front straight. Caleb's got a good run there.
Not just quite close enough, I don't think.
Yeah, not quite.
This is great racing. Cooper Barnes and Caleb Byers. Lights on then for Byers as he tries in vain at the moment to get past. Time ticking down though, 16 laps gone.
And this battle at the front's just getting better and better. And Byers, again, he's just got so much speed through turn 1. He just needs to figure out what he can do. He's got to find an opportunity somewhere.
We saw an overtake
We've seen an overtake, we sure have. He's braked a little bit early. Barnes has gone in deep. Byers has got the better line on the exit there. Is he going to be able to try and set up a pass there at the last corner? That's probably going to be his best opportunity if he can somehow force Barnes off that inside line.
Last couple of laps, he's gone to the outside at the last elbow turn. Maybe he'll look to the inside this time, switch it up a little bit, but now he's lost a bit of time there, hitting the dirt, and so he won't be able to make that move just now. It's all or nothing now as we go on to lap 18th. Baccaris trying desperately to get past the 32. He jigs to the outside here at turn 1.
Yeah, and we look back round. So again, Baccaris is he's applying that pressure, building the pressure on the back of Josh Bethune's car there. But Bethune's a wise head. He's been around a long time. He's not going to not going to phase him too much. He's just not going to make sure that he doesn't give Backrus the inside. So we see there, Byers got a great run through that corner, and he's all over the back of Barnes again. So he's probably only going to have maybe one more opportunity to try and put a move on Barnes.
It's going to be at the elbow if he's going to do it, and it's going to be an elbow because he's going to have to get his elbows out if he wants past. But this is a great drive from Cooper Barnes. Take nothing away from the man who's been under pressure for the entire race.
And we see there Barnes doing what you'd expect. He's gone to the inside of the track, just defending, making it hard for Byers. Byers got a good run off the last corner, but we're going to have to see as they come up the front straight. He's in the toe. I don't think it's going to be quite enough as Barnes comes across the line, the young Australian, to win the race.
Barnes wins it in style under immense pressure there. Excellent race by him. Yeah, confirmation. Cooper Barnes of Australia takes the win ahead of Caleb Byers in second place. Josh Bethune third, Hayden Backrus fourth. Then Dion Pitt, a good result for him in his return to 86. Then White, Murray, Townsend in 8th. Justin Allen did actually get into 9th, so well done to him. Emerson Vincent in 10th. Blake Knowles in 12th. Braun in 13th. Hugo Allen, well, not a good weekend, really. 14th place for the championship leader that was, now drops down to 2nd. Mallard, Morton, Evanet, Hayden Lyons, Cormac Murphy, right back at the back. Mason Potter, AJ Giddy, and Raymond Mallon.
Well, Cooper, makes up for yesterday. Congratulations, your first win in the Bridgestone GR86 Championship. Must feel good.
Yeah, it's super happy with that. It was pretty tight out there, and he was putting a lot of pressure over me, so yeah.
Caleb was all over you in those final races. Were you trying to forget about him or just race your race?
I was just trying to race my race, just trying to make sure I didn't understeer off the track because there was a big door in the front, but yeah.
Congratulations, get ready for the podium.
Thanks.
Caleb Byers, come on in, mate. Boy, you know how to put pressure on someone. First podium, by the way, for you in the Bridgestone GR86 Championship. Feel good?
Yeah, it was mega. The car was real good, so I got to thank the boys for that. Working myself up a 9, real happy with that result.
Talk to us about why you were so good out of turn 1. Our boys were crowing about it.
Yeah, I don't know. The car's just real fast through there. Got to sacrifice a little at 7, but that's worked well. So, no, it was good. I had a good race with Cooper, so it was fun.
Go and enjoy your first podium.
Yes, thank you, mate.
Unbelievable. The Aussie Cooper Barnes makes it 8 from 8. Another different winner in this dramatic season. What does the final race have in store? We'll find out on the other side of this. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of the Bridgestone GR86 Championship. Highlights of the final race just moments away here at Teretonga. Before that, we meet a young racer from Action Motorsport. He hails from the other side of the ditch, has a big year ahead, and may just spread his wings even further.
So from far north Queensland to the bottom of the South Island of New Zealand, you have come quite a distance to be here. What's prompted you to come and play?
Yeah, this 86 series in Australia starts mid-year. This one runs over the Christmas holidays into the new year, and it's a great way to come over and just get some seat time, get some experience, and race against some of these great drivers here. You know, the competition's really great, and yeah, it's got to keep going.
How satisfying was that win in race 2 at Hampton Downs? And you faced plenty of pressure from Cam Hill, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%. You know, the pressure was on from the get-go, and I think that my start really helped. I really wanted to go out there and get a good start. So getting away well, and then through the race, it was really good. I kind of pulled a gap, but when he got past Emerson, my teammate, I think he really started bringing in the meters, and he got right up to my bumper on that last lap, and it was quite exhilarating, but I got it done. I was really happy.
First impressions of Teretonga, what do you think? This is a legendary place.
Yeah, 100%. The history is really good here. I think that coming up to the weekend, the weather was a bit iffy. Weren't sure about it, but it's beautiful blue skies right now, and hopefully it stays like that through the weekend.
Righto. Finally, where is this all headed for you? Is it supercars? Is it maybe something in Europe or America? Where would you like this ultimately to lead?
I think I want the journey to go where I'm good and what I'm enjoying. So going through Australia, I'm doing Trans Ams this year over in Australia. So depending on how well I do in that, I might go to the US. I'm a US citizen, so it's easy to get over there. But yeah, depending on how next year goes, I might go supercars, might stay in Australia, or I might even go to the US and get some NASCAR type action over there.
Let's take a look at the grid for this race. Justin Allen in P1. He needs the points. And Cooper Barnes, who had such a brilliant race earlier today, alongside him. Lachlan Evanet and Hayden Backruth, both winners already. And then Braun and Caleb Byers, who had a brilliant run in the last race. Chris White and Harry Townsend. Dion Pitt in 9th position. AJ Giddy, the youngest competitor, 10th. Then Blake Knowles, the Formula 4 champion from New Zealand, and Jet Murray from Australia. Hugo Allen, championship leader, but it's starting to look scant at the moment. Zach Blinko alongside him. Cormac Murphy starts 15th. Will Morton 16th. Mason Potter may or may not start 17th. And Josh Bethune all the way down in 18th position. That's going to remain controversial. Thomas Mallard, Christina Orr West, the two Kiwis, 19 and 20. Then Raymond Mallon, and then Emerson Vincent. Hayden Lyons and Cameron Hill starts 24th position. John Penny not here this weekend, and Alice Buckley's gone back to Australia. And on come the lights. And out go the lights. Away we go, and a good start from the 186 of Cooper Barnes, who immediately gets a nose ahead. But Justin Allen should have the better line into that first corner and has recovered well as he goes through the gearbox and now gets his nose ahead as they dive into the first corner for the first time.
Beautiful start from Justin Allen there. He did textbook start, just got it off the line nice. Good second phase there as well, no wheel spin. Cooper Barnes obviously got a good start there and hung in there to pull into second there going around the first corner. As we see there, Hugo Allen somewhere in the mix, Blake Knowles as well. Cormac Murphy looks like he's made up a couple of spots. There, Chris White going around the outside of his teammate Caleb Byers there.
A little bit of a nudge from Hugo Allen on the car in front, just a little nudge, but he's carrying on. Nice clean start as they head snaking through the S's and to the penultimate corner here at Teretonga, down to the elbow for the first time. First lap of 20. Long way to go in this one. And we've had drama throughout the weekend and some really nail-biting racing.
Yeah, and it looked like AJ Giddy was actually getting his elbows out there. The youngest driver in the field there. He was doing a good job there in the number 10 car as we come around the final corner on this opening lap.
Everybody just dipping a wheel off the track, trying to get as much grip as possible. Let's see as they cross the line. Who's made up places, who's gone forward, who's gone backwards. And as it stands, Justin Allen has a clear lead, a 1:13.2 to set things in motion. Going forward is Arthur Braun in 5th position, so too Chris White. Losing a spot was Caleb Byers. So Byers, who had such a good run last race, has dropped a couple of places. He'll need to try and gain those back if he can. We're keeping a watchful eye on Hugo Allen to see how much progress he can make in this. He's currently in 10th, so he's up to the top 10, and that's early good progress. Caleb Byers sets the fastest lap in 8th position, a 107.6, and so he is on the hurry up as well. Hugo Allen still in 10th position, Dion Pitt in ahead of him, then Caleb Byers, Chris White 7th, Harry Townsend still in the top 6.
And Justin doesn't seem to quite have the early speed. You know, he had a great first lap and positioned himself well, but he doesn't seem to have the speed to be able to pull away from Barnes here. But what he's been able to do by defending really well is he's been able to push Barnes back into the clutches of Lachlan Evanet, Hayden Backruth and Arthur Braun. So if he can try and put Barnes under pressure and make him sweat with those guys behind, then he may be able to get away at some stage. But, we've got a car off the track. Caleb Byers, he's been nudged in the rear there by the looks of it. A little bit of damage on the rear bumper of the 33 South Fence Machinery car. Disappointing there, especially after that race result this morning.
And he just set the fastest lap of the race, and I was just saying how well he was going, and now he's dropped right down the order, and he's behind Cormac Murphy, who's 15th at the moment. Back to the leaders.
Yeah, we go back there. Unfortunately, it just looked like he got spat out by somebody on the entry there. But we go back to the front. Harry Townsend's there in 6th place. He's having a great showing right now in this race out there behind Arthur Braun. Chris White Jr. is looking real racy in behind him as well, our race 1 winner from yesterday, followed by Hugo Allen. He's having a pretty quiet race there, just an 8th, but he's closing in on these guys ahead and trying to make up for that qualifying result he had yesterday, but he's doing a great job.
Now, here we go. It's the elbow, and it's elbows out for Cooper Barnes. He's trying everything on Justin Allen, but Allen, the wily fox, is not having it just yet.
And Justin Allen, textbook, just stopping the car right on the apex, preventing Barnes from getting on the throttle and just getting a good run off the corner. It's good defensive move, and you see there, Evanet's got a run. It looks like
he's got a great run.
Barnes has missed a gear or something's happened there.
Yeah, look, he's gone backwards. He's lost 2 places.
Yeah, that's not good. Maybe there's potentially a more lingering issue from that, but he certainly had a bit of a mistake or something's happened there, and it's given Lachlan Evanet, the young bloke from North Queensland in Australia, a crack at Justin Allen.
Lachlan Evanet is really pushing hard now on Justin Allen. Look how close he is. Right there with him. So Allen had pressure for the first few laps, and now he's got more from the 24. The Aussie all over the back of him.
And Allen doesn't seem to quite have the speed. His car just doesn't seem quite fast enough. But what he does have, and we see here, Evanet's trying to go around the outside.
Oh.
I don't know if that's going to quite work out.
No.
Justin's, beautiful job there from Justin. He's managed to keep him off the racing line, and again, Justin might not have the car speed, but he knows exactly where to place the car to fend off any attack, which is exactly what he did to Cooper Barnes. Barnes then under pressure missed a gear, lost a couple of spots, so he's just going to be trying to do this exact same thing with all these young guys, put them under pressure, try and make them sweat, and then hopefully at some stage, maybe he's just waiting for the tyre pressure to come up a bit more. Maybe the car will come on later in the race. Those guys, they sort of seem to have that strategy last time out at Hampton Downs, and it worked a treat. Oh, there's been contact. Murphy and Byers have gone round.
Big off. And that will not help. There we are. And that is your brother, sadly, the 81, and that was well, 3 cars, I think, involved in that.
There's another car there as well that had gone off. Christina or West by the looks of it.
Here's another look at what actually happened, Ronan.
So
Tap, it looks like, to
unfortunately contact there between Murphy and Byers. Potentially one of them was squeezed, not sure there, but unfortunately, they've both ended up losing out of that
somebody
one.
else is off.
Or someone's gone through the sign there. There's 2 cars. Emerson Vincent, by the looks of it, the number 30 Turner's car, and the 73 car of Harry Townsend.
Oh, no, well, that will, I think, bring out a safety car if either of them can't get out of that trap.
So we're coming down the front straight here, and actually Jet Murray's up in the rear bumper of Emerson Vincent, and Harry Townsend.
Oh, that's what happened. Wow.
So he's clipped, Emerson's rear wheels clipped Harry's front wheel.
Yeah.
And being that he was getting a big nudge from behind, that's not a good recipe, and certainly not good down there at turn 1 when you're going that fast. Good to see he's okay. He's managed to get out of the car.
So then, here he comes. He'll start to accelerate down the main straight, and keep an eye on those flashing yellow lights. When they go green and we're racing, and away goes Allen.
He'd already bolted, I think, and he timed that perfectly. So he's got about a 2-car length gap back to Evanet. Evanet's got a little bit closer gap back to Baccaris, and the top 3 have just broken away from everybody else, caught everyone else napping. But it's looking like this is the last lap, so we've gone time certain.
So, well, it had to give, and Justin Allen sort of said that might happen because obviously we've got a busy race schedule, including the final feature race for CT Frock. But this, the final lap then, and they'll have told Justin on the radio. So he's just got to hang on now here in the closing stages. But that changes everything.
And there's really only one more passing opportunity for Evanet or Baccaris, which is this last corner coming up. But Justin Allen, he got out of the 3rd to last corner brilliantly. He's got a little bit of a margin, but I'm sure he's not going to give them the opportunity heading down there to last corner.
Yeah, he's going to make himself nice and wide, which he does. Comes out of the elbow for the last time then. Time certain race in the end because of the hold-ups, but it's going to be Justin Allen, and this is a really important win here in Teretonga. Justin Allen will come to the line and take the checkered flag and holds off Lachlan Evanet of Australia brilliantly by 0.2 of a second. And confirmation then, Justin Allen with the win over Lachlan Evanet. Hayden Baccaris in 3rd, Cooper Barnes, Arthur Braun, Chris White 6th, Hugo Allen 7th, Dion Pitt 8th, AJ Giddy, good result for the youngster 9th, and Zach Blinko rounding out the top 10. Then Blake Knowles, Jet Murray, Thomas Mallard, Cameron Hill, Josh Bethune did make a couple of laces up, having started 18th after that infringement. Will Morton, Hayden Lyons 17th, Caleb Byers, Harry Townsend, all involved in big incidents, as was All West, Emerson Vincent, and Raymond Mallon, and Cormac Murphy rounding out our leaderboard.
congratulations. A fine race, you would suggest?
Yeah, I was nice and controlled at the end of the day. Like, I didn't quite have the pace that I did this morning, but that's all right. We had enough to just hold them. So, credit to the guys. Thank you for all the effort this weekend. So, yeah, amazing way to finish. So, hopefully got some good points.
I heard you on the pit lane and you were talking about, being the wise old man and helping some of these next generation drivers. Just quickly, they needed talking to after this weekend?
I'm not going to comment about that. That's not for me to discuss. But look, we stayed clean, so we showed this morning that we can go from 21 to 9 with no damage. So I think that's the only comment I need to make.
They described it as ice cool. Justin Allen becomes the first driver to chalk up a second race win for the season, and it helps him close in on the points leaders. Lachlan Evanet and Hayden Baccaris in a very close finish in that feature race. Worth noting the outstanding drive this weekend by rookie Chris White Jr. He is really coming on strong. There's been a bit happening in the race for the Masters, with Christina Orr-West taking it at Teretonga. The updated point standings are through after some reviews and hearings by officials. Hayden Baccaris leads Justin Allen by 21 points, with Hugo Allen just 5 behind Justin. Then it's Chris White with an advantage of 13 over Cooper Barnes. Just a 1 week turnaround for the series as we head to Highlands for the New Zealand Grand Prix meeting. We'll catch you then. Bye for now.